We will today enter into the Dashama Anuvaka or the 10th Anuvaka. You will see the construction of the 10th Anuvaka. They are all in the form of riks. So we get Rija or the riks. So I have already mentioned that the rik or Rigveda, as it has come from, rik means prayer. So in the next, the 10th Anuvaka, we can call it as the prayer Anuvaka. Here in this Anuvaka, Rudra teaches us how to pray, what to pray for. If the Veda itself did not teach us how to pray and what to pray for, what kind of prayer we would do, whatever is bothering on top of our mind, isn't it? So that may not be really good for us. That prayer may not be long lasting. And usually, if you read in the Puranas, what is the duration for which the Devata will manifest in front of you? A flash. You are doing the tapas, in a flash the Devata will come, ask what you want, and whatever you want is given, and it disappears right away. So, to invoke the Devata once again, the Puranas say you may have to sit in penance for another 1,000 years. So they don't talk in 1 year, 2 year, 1 month. They always talk in thousands of years. So therefore, we must also know how to pray and what to ask for. So this Dashamonuvaka will teach us how to and what to ask. So here is the summary. We are asking in the entire Dashamonuvaka, give me freedom from fear and from adhogati. Adhogati is so that I don't progressively go downhill. First prayer. Second prayer is, give me a prayerful mind. Prayerful mind consists of humility, vinaya, devotion, bhakti, dedication, shraddha. Then the next prayer is, let all my dukkha go away and let me have comfort. So dukkha nivritti, sukha prapti. Then we are asking for comfort and safety of our elders and comfort and safety of our youngsters. So we are praying for both the previous generation and we are also praying for the next generation. And we are seeking protection. In the next mantra, we are telling Lord Shiva that we are going to completely surrender to him, that is Sharanagati. Then that follows with a prayer, please show me your most auspicious form, your Parama Mangala Swarupa, please come in front of me. Then give us the mind which does not waver, so that we have you in our mind for all time to come. Why this emphasis? It is because many a time we ask somebody for a favor, and they are very gracefully, they give the favor, and after that they are forgotten. And who is the most forgotten person, who is most important? Upadhyayascha vaidyascha karyante aprayojakaha. Upadhyayascha, those who teach us, and vaidyascha, the physicians, as soon as our work is over, they are totally redundant. So it may not happen like that. And then may the samhara shakti, that is your ability to destroy, be turned towards evil and not towards me. So what did we do in the first Anuvaka? We asked for the grace of Shiva. So first Anuvaka, Shiva's grace, Shiva Prasada was obtained. From Anuvaka number 2 to Anuvaka number 9, our prayer was Sarveshwaratvam, Sarvatmakatvam and Antaryamitvam of Shiva. Sarveshwaratvam means one who is the Lord of everything, one who is the indweller of everything, Sarvantaryamitvam, one who is the self of everything, and everything is his self. So these were the in essentially what we prayed for from Anuvaka number 2 to Anuvaka number 9. We identified each one of the names which describe these three factors. and we offer the namaskara. Now in mantra number 1, Anuvaka number 10 has got 12 mantras. In mantra number 1, we identify the power, the Shakti of Shiva in a twofold Shakti. One is called Nigraha, that means where he punishes, and another is called Anugraha, where he blesses. Bless you. And we are asking Shiva and praying for Anugraha, and we are praying for the Nigraha of our enemies. So both of them are important. So the mantra starts with Drape, Drape, Andhasaspate, Daridran Neelalohita, Esham Purushanam, Esham Pasunam, Mabher Maro, Mo Esham Kinchana Mamat. So we are trying to understand that mantra. Drape, Dra means misery. All the things that bring misery to us. Drape means one who causes misery. One who causes misery is called Drapa. So when you have to address Shiva, you say, Hey Shiva, right? So suppose you have to say, Hey Drapa, it becomes Drape. So the word Drape means, Hey, one who gives all the misery. Then Andhasaspate. The Vedic word Andhas means food, Anna. But if you look at Andhas in classical Sanskrit, it would mean blind, it would mean blinded. But here in this context, please don't, that is the problem with Vedic Sanskrit. So here Andhas in Vedic Sanskrit means it is Anna. Andhasaspate, Pati means Lord. Andhasaspate means you who is the Lord of all food. So in all these things you must take the, what is that case? The, in English what do you call this? Sambodhana Prathama Vibhakti. Sambodhana Prathama Vibhakti is it? No, nominative is Prathama Vibhakti. Addressing? So you address. So. No. Actually in English I don't think there is no case for. It is you address. It's a Andhasaspati. Then Hey Daridran. So we are also calling him, you are a Daridra. So the meaning of Daridra means even though you are the Lord of all the riches in the universe, Ishanas Sarva Vidyanam, Ishwaras Sarva Bhutanam, in spite of that, you have chosen to remain poor. In one of the earlier classes, I had mentioned Kalidasa, where he said, Ekaishwarye sthitopi pranata bahuphale yas swayam krityavasaha. Even though the entire wealth of the entire universe belongs to him, he is wearing very scanty clothes of just a piece of an animal's skin. Because he chooses to be. So to be poor is very miserable. But to choose to be poor is a Parama Yogi only can do that. So that is why we call him as He Daridran. And you are Neela Lohita, He Neela Lohita. That means you have Neela means blue. So one half of Shiva is blue, another half of Shiva is Lohita or golden colored. So this refers to the Ardhanareshwara, that is Shiva and Parvati. Shiva is blue in color and Parvati is the golden color. Now in this particular, this is a Bhairava Swarupa. There is a whole different Swarupa in this. The Devata is Bhairava. So his whole body is blue and the other half of the body is golden color. So the reason why this is meditated upon here is Nama Rupa Vagartha Viva, Vak and Artha. So how do you delineate the two? He gives two colors. Artha is the one which is golden, which brings out the meaning of the concept. Vak is only noise, isn't it? So to indicate the combination of a statement or a form which is rupa, and to give the meaning to that, the two colors are given. So here, when you take Nila Lohita, it means you are the one who is the Nama Rupa Swarupa, and then the words that are used as Sambodhanartham, we are using all these words. Drape, He Andasaspate, the one who is giver of food. He Daridran, He Nila Lohita. So you have drawn his attention. After drawing his attention, what do you ask for? So here, Yesham Purushanam. These human relatives. Who are these human relatives? Your children, Putra, your friends, Mitra, your spouse, Kalatra, your relatives, Bandhu, your relatives, Bandhavas. So, Putra, Mitra, Kalatra, Bandhu, Bandhava, all of them make up Purushanam. And which Purushanam? Yesham Purushanam. Yesham means these. These means, when you say these, it means they belong to me. So, Drape, Andasaspate, Daridran, Nilarohita, please take care of these Purushanam. Not only that, Yesham Pashunam, also all the livestock that I have got. How do you take care of them? What do you mean by taking care of them? Ma bhehe, don't frighten them. Ma bhehe means don't frighten them. Ma raha means don't destroy any of them. Any of them means you may make some exceptions, isn't it? So here he says, Yesham kincha na. Not even one of them. Not a single relative of mine, friend of mine. Not a single livestock of mine. Do not threaten them and do not destroy them. See how so much prayer is embedded in one beautiful phrase. Then, Yesham kincha na ma mamat. Here the word mamat means giving the slightest of disease or slightest of illness. To all these Yesham Purushanam and Yesham Pashunam, do not bring even the slightest of the illness. So again, if you go back, suppose you are going to pray for Shiva, then what do? Somebody is sick in your house. So you are praying for that their sickness may go. Now you are picking up only one person in your Purushanam and Pashunam and say, make this person well. So Shiva will make that person well. What about those who are well should not be made ill, right? Those who are well should not be threatened by illness. So, ma bhehe, and then don't threaten them, don't frighten them, ma raha. Why? How will you do that? Because you are Drape, one who brings misery, you can cause death and illness. You are capable of causing death and illness. Death and illness caused by Drape is the karya, is the outcome, but we don't know what is the effect. But here the sage is saying this Drape, Shiva, is the karana or the cause. Therefore, He Rudra, because of your ability as a Drape, because you are Drape, all my people and the livestock are scared, they get into illness and they die. And there, because you are Nila Lohita, right? Since you are Nila Lohita, you protect all of them, don't threaten them. Look at how beautifully the prayer is. So, you threaten them because you are Drape. How do you remove the fear? Because you are Andasaspate. Andasaspate means the one who is giver of annam or food. Food is not just edible food we are talking about. The food that relieves you of dukkha, the food that relieves you of stress, the food that relieves of everybody in whom you are interested, who are freed from stress. So that is why as Drape he does Nigraha, and as Andasaspate he does Anugraha. Rudra as a standalone does Nigraha. It is because we have already seen that Rudra is the one who gives grief. But because you are in the company of Uma, in the company of the Haimavati, what is the Swabhava of Devi? The Swabhava of Devi is Daya. Your characteristic, your Swabhava is control, punishment, Nigraha. The Swabhava or the nature of Parvati, of Devi, your consort, is one of Daya, Karuna, blessing, and then compassion. So, you are, by addressing Shiva as Neela Lohita, you are asking for Abhaya, fearlessness, Arogya, health, Ayus, long life. So, as Neela, you are Drapa, as Lohita, you are Anna. So you combine the two, saying Neela Lohita in one word, because he may disappear in the meanwhile. So you use one word to pin him down to give us all these benefits. So all that he can do, because he is Daridran. He is able to do all these things because he has no Ragadvesha. Which person is free from attachment and aversion? It's called Vaishamya Nairgranya. Vaishamya means hatred, Nairgranya means disgust. Who has got that? Only a person who is possessive of things. Only that person has got Ragadvesha. That person is partial. But you, Mahadeva, because you are Daridran, since you own everything but you don't possess anything, you are capable of doing this. Beautiful mantra. In this mantra, the Rishi is Paulastya, the Devata is Bhairavarudra, the Chandas is Pankti, and then even though I as an individual, microcosmic, human being, I am also capable of Nigraha and Anugraha. I can hurt people and I can also nourish people. I am going to make you, Neela Lohita, as my role model. And then I will become free from Ragadvesha and I will protect and bless every person, every living and non-living being. So that is the tattva or the essence of the Anusandhana or contemplation. It's not merely a prayer. It is also making Shiva as a role model. We'll continue next week. Shanti Mantra.